The Metro League and Oregon Schools Activity Association take great pride in finding opportunities for all athletes to participate in a healthy and safe environment. It is required at this time that all spectators wear a mask regardless of vaccination. We ask you to cooperate and abide by these rules until we get further direction from the OHA and OSAA. Thank you for modeling good sportsmanship by refraining from derogatory cheers, chants, or behavior towards students, coaches, officials, or other spectators. Any verbal, written, or physical conduct relating to race, gender, color, national origin, ethnicity, disability, sexual orientation, or religion will not be tolerated. For the safety of our players, coaches, officials, and cheerleaders, as you refrain from throwing any objects onto the playing court. The Mountainside community is into a working environment that promotes fair play and respect for all. We request your cooperation to separate the participants and officials in a positive manner. Together, we can provide a safe and acceptable game for all. Officials for tonight's game are provided by the Hall and Basketball Officials Association, Stetson James, Josh Spalding, and Brian Buchanan.
Spotlights up there.
Also tonight, we have a 50-50 raffle going on for grad night. We'll pull the winning number at the end of the third quarter, so please pitch in. 50-50 raffle for senior grad night with the winning number pulled at the end of the third quarter.
I think it's so funny how the girls team watches the senior night and the boys like, we're out of here now.
We ask you to join us in celebrating this year's seniors of the Mountainside Boys Basketball Program.
Okay, thank you.
These individuals have contributed so much to our program, and we would like to take a few moments to recognize and thank them and their families. We wish them all the best as they head into the next chapter of their lives, and thank them for everything they have done to contribute to Mountainside basketball. First, our student managers, Andy Miller. Andy is joined by his parents, Joe and Colleen. Next year, he will attend Seattle University to play baseball. His favorite memory from this year is Dylan's game-winning shot against Jesuit. He'd like to thank Coach Hewitt for all the memories we have made this year. Andy Miller. Cooper Smith. Cooper is joined by his stepdad, Rob. Next year he plans to find a school to play baseball. His favorite memory from this year are Coach Hewitt's pre-game speeches. He'd like to thank Coach Hewitt for giving him the opportunity to be a part of the team. Cooper Smith. Katie Kingsbury, escorted by Kristen and Gunnar Gustafson. Next year, Katie will be attending college and playing baseball. His favorite memory this year is Dimitri's game winner against Bassett. He'd like to thank the players for letting him be a part of the team.
Brian asked me to come on. I don't want to get in trouble, Tracy.
And then our senior players, Desmond Baker.
He was talking to me the other
Devin is college who will attend next year. Plans to study business with emphasis in marketing and to play basketball. His favorite basketball memory was sophomore year stuffed with staples because the energy was amazing. Des says he'd like to thank coaches and players over the past 4 years who've been instrumental in his life. He's grateful for the opportunity.
What do I do?
Zach Brown. Zach is joined tonight by his dad, Sam, and brother Tanner. Next year, Zach will be going to U of O, majoring in business management with an emphasis on sports management. His favorite basketball memory was Dylan's game winner versus Jesuit. Zach said, I'd like to thank my dad for helping me find my love for basketball, my coaches and teammates for pushing me every day to be my best, and my late mom for the love and support and for always watching over me. Zach Brown. Dimitri Cohen. His favorite Mountainside basketball memories are all the bus rides with the team. Dimitri says he'd like to thank my dad and mom for all their support and coaches for pushing me to be better. Dimitri Cohen. And his grandmother Carol. Next year, Daniel says he will attend college to pursue a degree in data science. His favorite basketball memories were long bus rides with his teammates. Daniel says he'd like to thank my family for supporting me every night and coming to all my games. And I'd like to thank my coaches and teammates for working hard every year.
I think having that conversation before tryout, I think it opens up.
Luke is joined tonight by his parents Ryan and Shoshana Russell. Next year, Luke will attend OSU to study engineering. His favorite basketball memories have been spending time with his teammates. And Luke would like to thank his teammates and coaches throughout the past 4 years. Luke Russell. Dylan Wesley. Dylan is joined tonight by his mom Cassandra, father Derek, his brother Hayden, and his girlfriend Dulcinea. Next year, Dylan plans to attend college and play basketball. Dylan's favorite basketball memories have been the team dinners, the bus ride home after beating Benson, and celebrating after the win at Jesuit. Dylan says, I'd like to thank my parents for giving me every opportunity imaginable and for supporting me. I'd also like to thank my teammates and coaches here at Mountainside for welcoming me into the program and helping me become a better player in person. A big round of applause for our 2022 basketball seniors.
Good evening, sports fans. Welcome to another exciting edition of High School Sports here on your High School Sports Leader, Oregon Sports Beat. Tonight, from the stables at Mountainside High School, it is 6A Boys Metro League Basketball featuring the Mountainside Mavericks. The Mavericks' opponent tonight, the Sunset Apollos. Hi, everybody. I'm Dave Hall. I'll be doing the play-by-play. Working with me tonight, my broadcast partner, the highly successful head coach of the De La Salle North Catholic Knights, ranked number 2 in the state, starts playoff action tomorrow, James Broadous. And James, the significance of this game is immense tonight, and here's the reason why. There are 32 teams that are going to make the 6A playoffs. There are 7 leagues. Each team gets 3 teams automatically into the playoffs, and then the other 11 spots go to the 11 highest power-ranked teams. Right now, in the Metro League, Jesuit and Beaverton have locked up spots 1 and 2.
Right.
Coming in tonight, Mountainside in the Metro, they are 8 and 3. Sunset is 7 and 4. The winner of this game tonight is going to get that number 3 seed. Now, here's why this is extremely important to Sunset. Mountainside is number 11 in the power rankings. They could actually lose this game and they're probably still in the playoffs. Sunset, they are ranked 29th. A loss tonight, they might not make the top 32. So this is a big game for both these teams, and we're going to see some outstanding players tonight for Mountainside. Dimitri Cohen, one of their guards, he had 38 points against Lake Oswego. 38. Desmond Baker, another one of their senior players. They're going to start a freshman tonight, and his name is Braden Bowe. He's a 6'3" freshman. Let me tell you about some of the outstanding players who are going to play for head coach David Saltz and the Sunset Apollos. The one I want to bring up right away, their leading scorer and best player is Jalen Childs. He's a 6'2" junior guard. He's averaging 18 points a game. But number 11 for Sunset, his name is Josh Jackson. Last year, he led the state in three-point field goal percentage. This year, he's also leading, and he's the leading Metro League three-point shooter. So we got some players tonight who are really outstanding.
So what you're saying to me is that there's going to be some fireworks tonight. That we're in for a great basketball game.
And as I said, there's just about everything riding on this game. Mountainside maybe not so much because they're going to get in. Mountainside is 16 and 7, 8 and 3 in the Metro. Sunset is 11 and 10 and 7 and 4 in the Metro. And as I mentioned, they're ranked number 29. They lose this game and they slip out of the top 32. They won't make the playoffs.
Right, so you can bet that they are going to be playing for their lives. Just like I imagine they play hard every night, but tonight it has special meaning. And also you throw in the fact that it's senior night for Mountainside. You know, that's always brings some energy. Sunset is playing for, like you said, their ranking. Even though Mountainside might already make it in because of their ranking, you always want to get the highest ranking as you can get so that you can get a better matchup in that first round. So there's still something to play for Mountainside here.
Here's an interesting story about Mountainside. Currently, the three top teams in the power rankings at OSA at the 6A level are Tualatin, Summit, and Roosevelt. Mountainside has lost all three. Close games, but has lost to all three of those.
Well, you know, you can't be mad. As a coach, you don't want to lose any games, but if you're losing to the top-ranked teams in the state, you can sort of be all right with that.
Here's the other thing. These two teams have already met once, and Sunset won that game at Sunset.
There's a little get back in this one, I can see.
somewhat new to the game. The head coach at Mountainside is Dustin Hewitt. This is his first year here at Mountainside. Before that, he was the JV coach at McMinnville. Head coach David Saltz for Sunset. This is his second year as the Sunset head coach. Before that, he spent 3 years as the head coach at Aloha. And before that, he spent 7 years as the assistant at Sunset under their legendary coach, Ken Harris.
Wow, that's some good pedigree right there. If you're underneath the great Ken Harris, you know you picked up some tricks along the way.
Sunset's big wins this season, that one over Mountainside. They beat Southridge a couple of times. They beat Westview a couple of times. The big wins for Mountainside were over Sherwood and Tigard. We're going to introduce the starting lineups. We'll start with the Sunset Apollos. Number 1, the junior guard, Jalen Childs. He's 6'3".
Averaging 18 points per game, you say, huh?
Yep. Number 2, LJ Dixon. He is a junior. Number 11, the player we were talking about, Josh Jackson. He is the leading three-point shooter, and Coach Saltz told me he's the best shooter he's ever coached. Number 12, Kayan Turner. He's a sophomore. And Hayden Hurley will be the forward. He is a senior, 6'3". All right, they're going to dim the lights at the stable.
Oh, yeah. This is always exciting. Introductions for the home team. It's always a little bit more into it than it is for the visiting team.
By the way, isn't this a beautiful facility?
Unbelievable, unbelievable.
The Mountainside Mavericks. Head coach Dustin Hewitt. All right, we're introducing the starting players. I'll get them to you in just a second when they turn the lights back on. But number 1, that's Childs, the leading scorer. All right, here's your starters for Mountainside. Number 1, I'm sorry. Number 1 is Quinn Haveman. Number 2 is Dimitri Cohen. Cohen is the player to watch for Mountainside. Number 3, Desmond Baker. Number 4, Dylan Westlake. And number 2, Braden Bowe. Those are the starters. We're going to jump it up in center and get this one underway.
You know, Dave, again, you can see the importance of this game because it's senior night, and a lot of teams start their seniors on senior night, but not tonight.
Not tonight.
On senior night, you're going with your best lineup or the guys that you have seen all year long that you feel give you the best chance to a great start.
And as I mentioned, these teams have met before at Sunset, and Sunset had a win that night. There's the tip ball controlled by the Apollos in those purple uniforms. There's a steal for the Mavericks, in on the bucket, lays it up and in. First basket of the game goes to Mountain View and goes to Dimitri Cohen, their leading scorer.
And if he's scoring like that off of his defense, and we already know that he can score off his offense, man, this is going to be something special.
Just underway, 2-0 Mountainside. The shot up, oh, what a great bank shot that time by Jalen Childs. Said he had 38 against Lake Oswego. Mavericks with the ball. Down the lane, dishes out to the outside.
Taking their time, looking for a great shot.
Oh, slipped on the floor that time. Quickly ahead, Apollo's underneath, lays it up and missed the layup. Can Turner missed the layup that time. Inside, there's a whistle and a foul. The foul is on
number 20, Hayden Hurley.
Hayden Hurley with the foul at the free throw line, shooting 2.
Hurley was looking for that offensive foul. He felt like he got in good position. And Desmond Baker was going attacking the basket really hard, but once he hit him, Hurley came down and grabbed his arm, and it looked like the referee didn't want to call it. He wanted to let it play, but it was too much of an advantage, so he had to make that call.
Baker gets both. 4-2, Mavericks lead. Apollos down low, going to send it down the lane on the cutter who backhands it in. Hayden Hurley with the bucket, had the foul, come right back with the bucket. 4-4.
That's how you answer a bad call in your mind. Score a bucket.
From the corner for 3, way too hard. The pull-up jumper for 3, yes. C.Y. Childs is the leading scorer. He's got 5 in the game, 5 of the 7. 7-4. Apollo's lead down the lane. Oh, a great block from behind that time.
Hayden Hurley once again.
And that's going to be a foul. Foul on the Mavericks on number 1. Quinn Haveman. Each team with 1 team foul. Apollos to inbound the ball. Right underneath. Underneath, the layup up and in.
Hayden Hurley attacking the basket really hard. Going to the hole. In this type of game, you better go hard because these guys are playing with a whole lot of energy.
Down the lane, dishes off on the side for 3, back iron. Here come the Apollos, they want to run. Childs off in the corner. The shot, got it. The 3-pointer by Can Turner. And the Apollos on top, 12-4.
The Apollos are coming out red hot. They're hitting everything. They're getting the good looks out of their offense, which is really all you can ask for from your coach, is just to get a good look, and they are knocking those down.
By the way, the JV game was won by Mountainside 64-55 in a game that was well played and well coached on each side.
Well, it doesn't surprise me when you take a look at how these varsity teams are playing. The execution, the patience, all that stuff trickles down to the JV, and you can see it. And I'm sure you saw that at the JV level. Good programs typically have good JV programs as well.
Mountainside baseline, dish it off in the corner underneath the bucket and send it back out on top. Pull-up jumper short. Rebound Apollos. Boy, can Childs jump.
Childs is really hyped for this game.
Turnaround jumper, yes. 7 already in the game for Jalen Childs. And it's 14-4. Traveled. Turnover for the Mavericks.
Dylan Westlake right there, he got into the spin cycle, and he just took an extra step. He was trying to make something happen. And I don't blame him. He's trying to get to that basket, but Sunset is playing really good defense right now.
Dishes off underneath Hurley and knocked out of bounds. Apollos will inbound the ball. We're just about halfway through the first quarter, 14-4 Apollo's lead.
We haven't seen him let Josh Jackson get off a three-pointer, you said. Coach said it's the best three-point shooter he's seen.
Exactly. There's the shot underneath. Can Turner with a bucket, and he's got 5 in the game, and the lead is 12, 16-4. Great defense so far by the Apollos. This is the freshman, Bo. The putback, Bo with a bucket. Followed his own shot, got the rebound, put it up and in. 16-6 Apollos. Stolen away, Bo, the freshman. The ball loose on the floor, and it's going to be Apollo's ball. It's actually going to be a foul.
Braden Bowe, he's getting after. He tried to reach in there and grab the basketball in the hustle. He was trying to dive, and looked like L.J. Dixon was trying to get his body in the way, and they called Bowe on just a hold on him.
He's a freshman, James.
He's a freshman, and he looks good. Played basketball with his dad, and it comes from good genes.
For 3, yes. That's Jackson.
That's Jackson. Did you see how fast he shot that ball? That quick release, follow through, looked really good. As soon as he touched it, that ball was going up.
19-6. Apollo's lead. On the baseline, back out to Bo. Bo starts inside. Step back jumper, in and out. Rebound, put back. That doesn't go. Another rebound.
Bo, I'm really impressed with what I'm seeing right now out of Braden Bowe, just right there, just create a little bit of separation in there. Did a nice little fadeaway. Those things are the shots that you work on in the gym, and he's actually pulling those out here in the game.
Daniel Porter checks in from Mountainside.
Ooh.
That ball knocked away out of bounds, and it goes off of the Apollos. Good defensive work by L.J. Dixon.
Dimitri Cohen is trying to lose him. He's trying a little bit of shake and bake, but L.J. Dixon was standing right there. Cohen has not yet been able to get going. You know, you said that he scored 38. You can see the ability right now. I'm just waiting for him to break loose.
That ball goes out. It goes off of the Apollos again. Right, Cohen had 38 against Lake Oswego, and he has 2 so far here in the first quarter. 2:05. Spin move a couple of times. Inside the shot, up, and a foul. It's going to send Desmond Baker to the line.
You know, the Mavericks are out there moving that basketball around, trying to get a good look. The Apollos are playing pretty good defense right there. Desmond Baker said, you know what, skip this. I'm going to the basket. Nothing else seems to be working. I'm going to the basket.
The foul was on Childs, his first. 2 team fouls on each team. Desmond Baker at the line. Baker, the senior, hit a couple of free throws already. 3 for 3.
You know, good things happen when you go to the basket. Make the referees decide if they're going to call a foul or whatever. In a game like this, Sunset is playing with a lot of emotion, a lot of energy right now. Sometimes that energy turns into fouls or physical play, and so you have to use that energy against them, and that's what Desmond Baker is doing right now.
Baker's 4 for 4 from the line. That's half of all Mountainside points. Lob inside, down low, the scoop shot up and in. Turner has 7 in the game. 21-8. Down lane inside, puts the shot up too hard.
I don't think Cohen was expecting it to be that easy. He got to the basket uncontested. He just shot a little bit too hard.
Lots of contact right there, no call.
Well, I think when you watch that again, you'll see it wasn't as much contact as it looked like. A little bit of flopping there. But, hey, that's what you got to do against a good basketball player. Try to draw fouls on it.
That foul is on Will Holbrook, his first. The ball in, down low, goes out of bounds off the Apollos. Baker trying to get a shot off down low. No, goes off with Mavericks.
Or at least they called it off of the Mavericks. You know, it depends on who you ask.
If you ask the guy with the whistle, he gets the final say.
He gets the final say.
In the corner, Apollos. They go down low, double team. That's going to be a jump ball. Possession's going to go to the Mavericks.
That's good work right there by Cohen. You know, his man cut.
Nope.
Looked like he was going to have an easy layup, but he reached in there and tied that ball up.
Yeah, the referee already called it. The possession goes to the Mavericks, and the Apollos are trying to inbound the ball.
Hey, if you're going to give it to me, I'm going to inbound it.
Right.
It's not my job to tell you
Right.
whose ball it is.
37 seconds. Dish it outside. On the baseline, puts a shot up and in.
There it is. There's that move. There's that ability that you're seeing from Cohen. He can score. He is a scorer. He can get that score. He can score from the outside and from inside.
10 seconds left in the quarter. They get it inside. 4 seconds. Gonna have to shoot. In the corner, time runs out. Apollos tried to set up in the corner, and the clock ran out. Our score at the end of one, it is Sunset 21, Mountainside 10. Leading scorers in the game for the Apollos, 7 in the game for Jalen Childs, 7 in the game for Kalen Turner. Leading scorer for the Apollos, Baker has 4, all from the line, and Cohen has 4, and 2 for Braden Bowe.
You know, it's both teams are. You can tell that both teams have scouted each other. They have played each other. You know, neither one of them can get a whole lot of buckets out of their offense. Sometimes you just got to get the ball in the hands of players that can create, and that's what's happening right now. Both teams know exactly what they like to do, and they're making it difficult for them to score.
Well, we got a second, James. Your playoff action starts tomorrow. Who do you play?
State playoffs start tomorrow. We play Warrenton. We play Warrenton
Okay.
High School down off the coast, down by Astoria.
That's a home game for you, right?
That's a home game. We have the higher seed, and we do get a home game. Warrenton used to be in our conference for years, so they just fell out of our conference like 2 years ago, and so it's a familiar foe.
All right, Apollos inbound the ball. Will Holbrook in the game, number 3. That goes off the Apollos.
Coach Sauce brought Jalen Childs back in, took him out at the last minute. You end up getting a couple minutes rest after the timeout, bring him back in to start the second quarter, see if they can get their offense going back.
Here's the freshman, Bowe. Down low. Stead sends it out high. In the corner. Bowe now starts down the lane, stops again, the dishes off from the side. The shot, yes, bounces in. Dylan Westlake with the bucket.
Nice setup by Bowe. I tell you, I like this Bowe kid. This freshman, he knows how to play basketball.
Down the lane, a shot. Another tough angle on a shot for Childs.
It's a tough angle for guys like me and you, but not for,
Right.
for Jalen Childs.
Not a tough angle for me, it's an impossible angle. Childs to the line, he has 7 in the game. The foul was on Westlake. Childs hit the line, first shot on the way, he has that. 8 in the game for Childs.
You know, Childs started the game playing with so much energy, so much emotion. You wonder if he can sustain that throughout the 4 quarters here of this big game.
9 in the game for Childs, hit them both. The lead is 11, 23-12. Ball loose. Apollos have it. Bo almost took it back away. Jackson Knight in for the Apollos, and that's going to be a foul. Be on the Mavericks, probably on Quinn Haveman.
He was trying to come over the back and not allow that entry pass. He just got a little bit too much contact on Jalen Childs. Sometimes a scorer like that, the best thing to do is keep him from getting the ball. And that's what he was trying to do in the block.
The lob in. Childs down low, spin move, puts up a shot. Oh, rolled right across the rim. Bo. Down the lane, the shot up and in.
Dimitri Cohen showing his moves once again. Oh.
Bo now with 4 in the game, and the lead is 9, 23-14.
Jalen Childs keeps the pressure on the defense. He's always in attack mode. He's going to be the type of guy that gets opponents in foul trouble and gets his team into the bonus real early because of his aggressive nature.
That foul was on Cohen, his first. There's the pull-up shot. Childs with the miss. You're right, James. I'm impressed with Bo. He's got great court presence, a great spin move off the dribble.
And yeah, like you said, court presence. He's just poised. Look at him. You can see he's got a body shape for a freshman. That's not a freshman body right there. This guy is going to be special. Remember
down the lane,
that.
dishes off in the corner for 3. No, too long. Rebound, Mountainside. And that, I believe, is going to be a charge.
Yeah, he pulled out his credit card right there. That is a charge. He just lowered the shoulder and tried to create some space.
Jalen Orman with the foul. In the corner for 3, no, rebound, and that's going to be a pushing foul, I believe, on the Apollos.
Right. Again, anytime you call offensive foul, someone can always question them, but those are 2 really good calls by the official right there.
Aiden Krause with the foul. 16 fouls on the Apollos. I'm sorry, 5 on the Apollos, 6 on the Mavericks. There's a 3-pointer. Connor Stone with the 3-pointer. Lead goes back to 12. Biggest lead of the game is 12. It's 16-4, now 26-14. Now we're starting to get a lot of fouls, a lot of reaching in fouls. That foul was the second foul on Will Holbrook.
Yeah, closing out, you start to lose some of your fundamentals as the game progresses and you get a little bit tired right there. That was just not a very good closeout, and they caught him on that.
Bo, foul on the Apollos. Foul is on Connor Stone, his second. We're in the bonus situation now.
With 5 minutes left in the quarter, this looks like it's going to be a very long quarter here, Dave. Get
Bo
ready.
at the line. Got it. Bo has 5 in the game. It's got a smooth shot, too.
He really does. You know, this is that energy that we talked about earlier. And now the guys got to be able to play with that energy, but play smart. And now they're just playing sort of just all pure energy, and that's why you see a lot of fouls.
26-16, the lead is 10. Childs with the ball, sends it down low. Hook shot, doesn't go, rebound. Bo had it knocked out of bounds off his hands. Out on top. Desmond Baker, number 3 out there. Down the lane, Bo stops, dishes it underneath, reverse layup. And tipped, Apollo's come down with it.
I think everybody thought that ball was going to hit something in behind the rim, but it didn't.
Down the lane on the great pass, and Hurley with the bucket. He's got 6 in the game, and the lead is 12 again, 28-16. Baker out on top to Bo. Bo works down, back out on top to Baker. Baker spin move, puts it up. Oh, what a move by Baker.
Nice move right there. Nice counter move. His first move was cut off. He went to the spin and finished. Nice move getting into that spin cycle.
(28-18), 3:33 left to go in the half. Reverse layup way too hard. That ball tipped. Apollos are going to come back down with it. Childs down, puts up the shot right in the bucket.
Those are the plays that makes a coach mad. You finally get a good stop, but you don't get the rebound. Sunset gets an offensive rebound and a bucket.
Childs comes back, blocks that shot, comes back down court, puts up another bucket. Childs with 13 points here in the first half, and the lead now is 14 at 32-18.
This Jalen Childs is worth the price of admission. He is exciting to watch, you know, and he plays with a whole lot of energy, a whole lot of passion. Right there, nice move, avoiding the charge by stopping in front of the guy standing there to take the charge. Nice little floater over the top.
I mean, that was a sequence of about 15 seconds. Childs came down, made a bucket, went all the way down the other end, blocked the shot, got the ball, came all the way back down and got another bucket.
Makes me tired just watching him.
Right.
You know, the Mavericks, again, have played good, solid defense. That's like a 6-point swing right there. They have played good, solid defense, forced up a bad shot, but did not get the rebound. They get that rebound, they may come down and score, but from that, it turned into 4 points by Jalen Childs. Those are the things that as a team, you're trying to win these big games, you have to come up with those loose balls, those rebounds after forcing a miss.
Talking with Coach Saltz today, I discovered that he grew up in the same neighborhood I did in Ohio.
Oh, yeah? What neighborhood is that?
It's in Dayton, Ohio. And he's an Ohio State graduate. Bo on the baseline, works his way underneath. Oh, nice move, missed the shot. He'll go to the line shooting 2. Right now, he looks like the offense for Mountainside.
Absolutely. You know, he can create for himself and he can create for others. We've seen a couple nice passes by Bo right there. He's able to get on the baseline and create a contact. Almost got the 3-point play, but, you know, when you can shoot free throws as well as he does, you know, this is just as good as a bucket.
He's 3 of 3 for the line, 7 in the game. Make that 8. 32-20, 2:45 left to go in the half. Stolen away, and a whistle and a foul. We're in the bonus, so that's going to be a shooting foul for the Mavericks.
That's a double negative right there for L.J. Dixon. The turnover and then the foul right after the turnover. Right. The clock stopped and the Mavericks get to go to the line, but he didn't capitalize.
Missed the front end of the 1-on-1. Down the lane, shot, dribbled down the length of the court and put it up and in. Hurley's got 8 in the game.
8 impressive points. He's got them all going to the basket.
Dishes off outside. Bo for 3. Yes. $13 in the game for Hurley. I'm sorry, 11 in the game for Hurley. 34-23. Down the lane, stops, hops, and drops. Dimitri Cohen with the bucket. He has a chance for a three-point play.
Great action right there. And then Dimitri Cohen, again, attacks the basket, picks up another foul on L.J. Dixon, and completes a three-point play. He's
Cohen with 7 in the game, cuts the lead to 8, 34-26.
Dimitri Cohen, he's a basketball player too. You can see. Brought back in the shooter.
Over and back.
All caused by the action and by the passionate defense right there by the guards up front. And now you can see the tide has turned. High school sports, momentum is everything.
The foul is going to be on Childs, and he put his hands up and said, you know, what'd I do?
It's a double foul right there. Again, Childs has to be able to control his emotions right now in that energy. They picked up a double foul. Both of them sort of playing hand jive.
Inside, back out to Bo. He's hit a three-pointer. Down the lane, puts up the shot, rolls across the rim. Follow-up, that doesn't go. Ball tipped around, Apollos have it, 1:11 left to go. Goes out of bounds off the Apollos, off of Sam Dewey.
Score table wanted a little bit of explanation on this double foul. They thought that it should be a jump ball, but the referee is basically telling them, "Don't do my job for me. I know what I'm doing."
Right.
Double foul goes. The ball goes back to whoever had the ball at the time of the call.
That knocked away by the Apollos. Here they come. Oh, Bo just reached back and grabbed the player.
Sometimes you got to lose to win right there, and Bo was about to give up a dunk. So you know what, I'll just create this foul and send him to the line.
Kayan Turner will go to the line. He has 7 in the game. 34-26, Apollos lead at the line. Turner misses the front end of the one-on-one.
Some would say good foul right there, because that clearly was a breakaway layup and quite possibly a dunk for 2 points.
Baker spins around, puts up a shot, looking for the three-point play. The ball doesn't go. He'll go to the line.
Nice, strong move. He's working that little crab dribble down there, getting his spot into the paint, just elevates, picks up another foul. He's been to the line all day long.
Baker at the line gets that. He's 5 of 5 from the line. Lead is 7. Remember, the lead got as high as 14. Baker, second shot on the way, got them both. He has 6 at the line and 8 in the game. Childs, the pull-up jumper, buried it. That's a 2.
Sweet jump shot right there. Just dribbles to a spot, raises up and shoots.
Baker dishes off in the corner. The shot for 3, yes. Blake Thune with the bucket. The lead is 5. 5 seconds. Childs dribbles, pulls up, shoots, doesn't go. There's the horn. That is the end of the first half. Our score at the end of the first half. It is the Sunset Apollos 36, the Mountainside Mavericks 31. James?
You know, both teams, you can see at the end of this half, both teams are clapping. Both teams are excited. Sunset is on the roll. They're up by 5. That's something to hang your hat at as you're going into the locker room. The Mavericks here are clapping because they were down 12. They were down 14 points at one time, and things didn't look good, but they battled back and cut it to 5 going into the half. Both teams are feeling pretty good about themselves right now, Dave.
Let me give you the individual scoring in this game, and we'll start with the Sunset Apollos. Jalen Childs living up to his reputation. He has 15 in the game. He did hit a three-pointer. 3 points in the game for Josh Jackson, his only shot. So he's 1 for 1 on 3-pointers. 7 in the game for Kayan Turner. 8 in the game for Hayden Hurley. And Connor Stone with a 3-point basket for 3. For the Mountainside Mavericks, 7 in the game for Dimitri Cohen. 8 in the game for Desmond Baker, including 6 from the line. Dylan Westlake with a basket for 2. 3 for Blake Thune on that last minute 3-point basket. And 11 in the game for Braden Bowe, including a 3-point basket. We mentioned they were down by 14. They've cut it to 5. Mountainside playing much better. James, your thoughts here on the first half?
Well, you know, it's a sign of actually 2 really good teams. The Apollos came out and they sort of imposed their will early in the game, playing with all that excitement, all that energy that you have to bring when you're playing on the road. But the Mavericks bounced back. You know, they just settled down. They didn't panic. They stayed in their stuff, and eventually their offense started to work, and they started getting big contributions from Braden Bowe and Dylan Baker.
All right, we're going to take a break. We'll be back with about 2 minutes to go before the start of the second half. Our score here at halftime at the Stables at Mountainside High School. It is Sunset 36, Mountainside 31. Welcome back to halftime at the stables at Mountainside High School. That's what they call the gym here. And it is halftime. Our score at halftime, Sunset 36, Mountainside 31. By the way, I'm not the official score. I'm the unofficial score. I heard the PA announcer say that the Mavericks were led by 9 points from Cohen and 9 from Bo. So a basket I credited to Bo must have been one that was made by Cohen. So each of them have 9 in the game. The leading scorer, though, is Jalen Childs for Sunset, and he has 15 in the game. Again, this will decide the 3rd seed in the Metro Conference. It's a crucial game for Sunset because the top 32, the 11 wildcard teams are based on the 32 highest seeds, and they're at 29.
Right, so they're going to try to do all they can to win this game. You win a game on the road, your RPI goes up. You win a game against a higher seeded team, your RPI goes up. So this is a big win right here, or a big game rather, for the Apollos.
Mountainside ranked number 11 in those power ratings. And when I was talking with Coach Hewitt, he asked me what teams I had seen this year that looked really good. So I told him, I said the 3 best teams I've seen so far this year were Roosevelt, Cleveland, and Central Catholic.
Right. And Cleveland just had a big win last night against Grant. Grant, I think, was ranked in the top 5 as well.
Yep.
And they got a big win over the Generals. So this 6A tournament is going to be an exciting tournament. This is really like the first year in a long time where there's legit 10, 12 teams that have a legitimate chance to win it.
Exactly. The number 2 seed is the only undefeated team in the state summit, but they play in the Mountain Valley Conference, and lots of people don't think that's quite the competition that you get in the Mount Hood or the Metro or the PIL or the Three Rivers League even.
Right. Well, those teams like that, when they're playing those conferences, you better beat them first, because a lot of times you can play. It doesn't matter where you are, and you're a good basketball team. So when you get in that first round, somebody better knock them out early, because if they get going and playing against that other competition, then they could be something.
All right, underway here in the second half. 5-point lead for the Apollos, 36-31. I'm Dave Hall along with James Broadous. Down the lane goes Bo, the freshman, up, and it rolls around. Oh, teetered right on the rim and didn't fall. The foul is on Hayden Hurley. Bo at the line. He's hit 4 free throws. Make it 5 for 5 from the line.
And he's not even hitting the rim. Those balls are going through the net like some Steph Curry type free throws. Oh,
got that one. 6 of 6 from the line. Now he's got 11 in the game.
Well, you just sort of was Nostradamus there. You knew that he was going to get that 11 points.
Think of this, the lead was 14. It's now 3 underneath.
Okay, and Turner, nice little, again, spin move.
Turner now. The lead back to 5, 38-33. Down the lane, Bo, yes. He's got all 4 points for the Mavericks, and the lead back to 3, 38-35.
You can't tell that guy he's a freshman.
Exactly. Knocked out of bounds that time. Baker knocked it out, Apollo ball.
Game has no age right now, and Brent Bowe is showing that it doesn't matter how old I am, 15 years old. If I can play, I can play. And he is leading the Mavericks to keep them in this game.
Jackson trapped underneath to Childs. He doesn't even look like a freshman. I mean, he looks like a senior.
Until that foul right there. That was sort of a freshman foul right there.
Now, a reach in over the back.
Reach in over the back. Right. Sometimes you just got to, he's already got position on you. You just got to play defense on him. Let him catch the basketball, and then you just try to do your best to stop him.
Third foul on Bo. Johnson, who's the leading three-point shooter in the state's only taken one shot. I mean Jackson, Josh Jackson.
Yeah.
There's the shot. Doesn't go. Now he's 1 for 2.
I think that was Kayan Turner right there. The Mavericks are not allowing Josh Jackson to get.
You're right, that was Turner. I'm sorry. It was 12, not 11.
You can tell the Mavericks scouting report has been to not allow Josh Jackson to get shots off. The one shot he got, as soon as he caught it, he let it go because he knew that if he did pass it, then he wasn't going to get it back.
Inside. Here's Child from the free throw line, pulls up, doesn't go, rebound Mavericks. Cohen dishes off underneath, misses the shot. Inside, that was Turner again, blocked that time by Bo. Bo down the middle and tries to kick it back out, sends it wide.
He's got a little bit too deep in the paint. The idea was right, you know, the penetrate and kick, draw the defense, just that he did not, where he looked last to see Cohen wasn't there when he looked again.
Childs falls down with the ball, tied up. Possession's going to go to the Mavs.
He gave him the timeout.
Timeout on the floor. 5:21 left to go in the third. It is Sunset 38, Mountainside 35.
One of the most controversial calls in the game. Not just in this game, but just in the game of basketball. A guy's laying on the floor, you're fighting for the ball, and then your coach calls timeout. At the other coach, you always yell, he didn't have the ball, he didn't have possession. How can you call timeout? That's the call that you're going to have to make as an official. Did he really have possession of the ball enough to call a timeout? And it can go either way pretty much every single time.
When he was down on the ground, he slid with the ball too, and many times that gets you called for traveling.
Right, so you can imagine the Mavericks side is not very happy. They think he traveled, they didn't call that, then they give him a timeout. Now they get the ball back.
Childs, Hurley puts up a shot, bounces around, doesn't go, tipped back up, tipped again. That tip was up and in. (40-35), the lead is 5.
You can see the strategy on both teams to not let Jackson get off. That's what the Mavericks looks like they're trying to do. And for the Apollos, they're making a concerted effort to make sure that Cohen stays under wraps. And there he goes. And there he goes. He's real crafty in there.
That was Turner on the bucket, wasn't it?
Cohen.
Cohen.
Yeah, once again.
Mavericks get the ball back, and it's going to be a foul reaching in. That foul will be on Turner. His second. Third team foul on the Apollos, one team foul on the Mavericks. Bo to inbound. Cohen dishes it out. Bo from the corner, doesn't go. Tipped inside, rebound. Cohen.
The Mavericks really taking their time trying to get a good shot.
A good shot to cut the lead to 1, and there is one right there. That bucket was by Quinn Haveman.
And now the crowd is involved. This is what you love about high school sports.
From down by 14, it's 1. There's a shot. Oh, an air ball. 3:29 left to go in the third, and Mountainside has cut the lead to 1, 40-39.
Coach Saltz is not very happy with his team right now. You know, he's trying to calm them down. He's used 2 timeouts here, one on the jump ball possession, and now here after this air ball that was shot over there by Turner. But what I see happening right now is the start of that game, there was a lot of energy, and we talked at length about it, and it's really, is that sustainable? And right now they don't have that same energy. That was a whole lot of nervous energy, a lot of emotions, a lot of adrenaline, but now you have to execute. And right now the Apollos are having a little bit of trouble doing that.
You'd think sometimes when you're down by 14 and you cut the lead to 1, you've used up a lot of energy to do that. But the Mavericks look like they're the fresher team right now.
Right. The way they cut that lead, though, it wasn't a lot of pressing. It wasn't a lot of double team or trapping. It was just staying steady, staying true to your offense, staying true to your defense. And they just sort of picked it up, sort of bucket by bucket. And so they didn't have to exert a whole lot of energy. They just had to get better at what they were doing, and that's what they did. And now they cut it to a 1-point lead with the opportunity to take the lead right here on this possession.
The lead is 1. And Mavs with the ball. Oh, almost taken away over the timeline, just in time.
The Apollos come out in a 3/4 court press to try to bring some of that energy back.
They dish off in the side for 3. Yes! Quinn Haveman with a 3-point bucket. The Mavs have the lead. This might be the first lead of the game they've had by 2. Josh Jackson underneath. There's a reach-in foul. Be the second team foul on the Mavs.
That Blake Thune, you know, the Apollos do a very good job of getting position on that block, and they hold back. They're able to seal their defender, and so there's a lot of reach arounds.
Child spin move, puts up the shot too hard, gets a rebound and put back. A foul. Childs is going to go to the line. I tell you what, Childs isn't as fast right now as he was when he opened the game.
No, and that's the type of advice I would give him, is to be able to manage that emotion so you can play from start to finish in the same pace. And right now like you said, he's sort of a little bit slower here in this third quarter.
16 in the game for Childs. The lead is 1, 42-41.
But he's such a good basketball player that he can still be productive at any pace.
Got them both. We're tied up now at 42. I'm trying to think back. I think that's the first tie of the game.
0-0.
Oh, yeah, right.
Sounds like we have 4-4 too.
Cohen down the lane, dishes off on the side for 3. That's not going to go too hard. Rebound inside. Great job to put back. Yes! Baker with the putback. He's got 10 in the game.
10 hard one. He's working around that paint, working around that basket right there, putting back misses, doing the dirty work.
Quickly ahead to Baker. He's inside, puts it up off the glass and in. 2 quick baskets by Desmond Baker. He's got 12. The lead is 4.
The Mavericks, they have all the momentum right now, and they are clicking on all cylinders. But then there's that guy right there.
There is that guy right there.
There's that guy.
Puts it up and in. Jalen Childs for 3. No, iron. Come the Apollos. Childs down the lane, spins, dishes off on the side. Pressing defense by the Mavericks. Ball stolen away. Here comes Haveman with the shot. Doesn't go. Fight for the rebound, and he's fouled.
Haveman is playing with a lot of energy right there as well. Going coast to coast. He's looking as he's dribbling the ball up the court. He's waiting for somebody to stop him. Nobody stopped the ball, so he goes all the way to the basket. Misses, but again, gets his rebound and then picks up a foul.
Quinn Haveman is a sophomore. Misses the first, in and out. Second shot on the way, got that one. Haveman has 6 in the game, all here in the second half.
All big baskets too in this nice run.
47-44, down low, turn around, short, the putback, that's up and in though. Hurley with a bucket. He's got double figures now, he's at 10.
Hayden Hurley's having himself a good game right now. You're doing that dirty work that we see Baker doing, that points in the paint.
Oh, Baker just gave a forearm to a player who knocked him down, no call. All right, players down. Mavs with the lead, 47-46. Nice football move by Baker that time.
You know, they called that timeout right there. Again, they're tied up. The Apollos called the timeout. At some point, you're going to want those timeouts back. They've called 3 timeouts here in this third quarter, 2 of them on just possessions. Yes, every possession is important, but sometimes you just got to, just wrestle for the ball. Maybe you pull it out, maybe you don't. But in a game like this, losing your timeouts here in the third quarter may come back to haunt you.
Those timeouts are like gold in a close game.
Exactly.
Apollos will inbound the ball under their own basket. Hurley will inbound it. Gets it into Childs. 26 seconds left to go. Childs looks up at the clock. Jackson.
They're not giving him any breathing room. They're not giving Jackson any breathing room.
On the baseline. Spin move underneath, sends it back out. The shot for 3, yes. Connor Stone, it's his second three-pointer of the game. And there's the horn. That three-pointer got the Apollos back in the lead. Our score at the end of 3, it is Sunset 49, Mountainside 47. Mountainside outscored the Apollos 16-14 in that quarter. In fact, in the second quarter, they outscored the Apollos 21-15. It was that big first quarter for the Apollos, 21-10, that has them still in the lead at 49-47.
Yes, they're riding the momentum of that first quarter, but they've hit some big shots down the stretch. Looks like the Mavericks had taken the lead and was up by 4. Looked like they had all the momentum and might be able to stretch this thing out. But when you have guys like Jalen Childs and Hayden Hurley doing their thing, they're always in the game. And now they're in the lead in the game.
Childs has 18 in the game. Braden Bowe has 13 for the Mavericks. We'll start the fourth quarter, a 2-point lead for the Apollos on that 3-point bucket. Right there by Connor Stone. He had 1 late in the first half and's got 1 late in the third quarter. 6 points in the game for him.
Connor Stone, some people look at the number of points that I scored. How many points did I score? How many shots did I take? But it's not always the number of points, but sometimes it's when you score.
Exactly.
Connor Stone is showing that.
Desmond Baker brings it over for the Mavs. Bow. Cohen back to Baker. He's down low. Stops, hops, blocked. And it's going to be a foul. Shooting foul on the Apollos. Both coaches are vehement about what's going on. Baker at the line. He had 5 free throws in the first half. Baker now with 13 in the game. The lead is 49-48.
The fans aren't very happy with the call. The Apollo fans are not very happy with that call.
Bounces around, that doesn't go. Big rebound.
First missed free throw right there by Baker.
Turner dishes off to Childs. Childs starts down the lane, pulls up, shoots, that rolls around, drops in.
You know, if he starts hitting that, he's really becomes unguardable. When you can pull up from the mid-range, just stop on a dime, pull up, that's hard to guard.
20 in the game for Baker with a rebound underneath. Boy, Baker's got strong moves under there. Puts it back up, gets a rebound, puts that back up, missed them both.
He knows how to use his body to create contact.
Oh, missed. Apollo's right under the basket, missed the shot. Baker down the lane, puts it up and in, it counts. He's gonna go to the line. Desmond Baker, big second half. He's got 15 in the game.
Desmond Baker is relentless right now. He grabbed the rebound coast to coast and now has the opportunity to finish a three-point play. That whole series has been Devin Baker for the last 2 or 3 possessions.
16 in the game for Baker. We're tied again at 51. Braden Bowe reached in, grabbed the ball. A whistle, a foul. Bowe looks puzzled, like how could that be on me? But if it is on him, that would be 4. Nope, they're not gonna call it on Bowe. They're gonna call it on Daniel Porter.
And that's why Bowe looked so puzzled, because he knew he didn't foul him.
Childs, dangerous anywhere on the court, sends it out on top. Down the lane, the scoop shot up and in.
Nice patience right there by the Apollos.
Will Holbrook with the bucket.
Holbrook just kept cutting, and he found the ball. The ball found him on his way to the basket, completed the three-point play.
3-point Apollo lead, 54-51. 6:29 left to go in the game. Bowe sets it up, the three-pointer. Cohen with the three-pointer. He's got 14 in the game, and we're back to even. Clutch shot that time.
Clutch. You know, he doesn't even seem rattled. Oh.
Comes right back, tipped around, rebound. Haveman down the lane, scoops it up. Now we're seeing a whole bunch of fouls again. I believe that's going to be the 17th foul. It is. But Quinn Haveman's going to go to the line.
Kayan Turner picked up his 4th foul. He tries to challenge every shot at around the paint. You like that from your big, that you want him to challenge the shots, but sometimes you can't swipe, you can't swing your arm, because more times than not, you pick up a foul.
And that one rolls around and drops through. 8 in the game for Haveman, all here in the second half. 2-point lead for the Mavs, 56-54. Childs, and the ball knocked loose. Haveman knocked it loose. Desmond Baker. He likes to get inside and work. Cohen, the shot, no. Apollo's with the rebound. Mavs with a 2-point lead, 56-54. And Bo knocks that one out of bounds.
It's good defensive pressure right there by Cohen.
Apollos to inbound the ball.
He made Holbrook pick up his dribble and just sort of kept following the ball, and he had no passing lanes.
Holbrook in Hurley. Hurley had a good first half. And Jackson double dribbled. I'm sorry, he traveled.
Jackson wants to get that shot off, but he knows that the Mavericks are not allowing him to get that three-point shot, so he just sort of shuffled his feet, trying to make up his mind at the same time.
Down inside, Baker. Wow, is Baker having a great clutch second half and a 4-point lead for the Mavs, their biggest lead of the game.
Baker is always around that basket. He's right where you want him.
Way out on top. Traveled. Couple of traveling calls on the Apollos have thwarted any chance they had at a bucket.
It looks like they're indecisive right now. They don't know if they want to shoot the three or drive to the basket. The Mavericks are closing out on them really well. So they just don't know what they want to do with that basketball. And I know they don't want to travel, but that's what they
right.
end up.
2 straight traveling calls. Lays it up, doesn't go, tipped outside. Cohen with the rebound. 4:15 left to go here in the game. Inside, blocked. The rebound, the putback is up and in. Westlake with the ball. He's got 4 in the game. You're right, James. It's when you get those buckets, and he got one right then. 4:09 left to go. 6-point lead for the Mavs. 60-54. Westlake free throw, good. 5 in the game for Westlake. The lead is 7, 61-54.
And what a turn of events.
Bo doing a good job defensively down underneath. The shot goes up, rolls across the rim. Bo's going to get the foul. I think that'll be 4 on him. It is.
It's a smart play right there by the Apollos. Bo has 3 fouls. You know he doesn't want to get any more foul trouble, so they go right at him in the block. The way the game is being called, you pretty much could have bet your house that the referees were going to call a foul.
At the line, first shot on the way, bounces in and out. Hurley missed that. Hurley had 8 in the first half. He's had 2 in the second. Misses them both. Here come the Mavs. Inside the scoop, that doesn't go. A foul, it'll be a foul on the Apollos, and the Mavs are going to go to the line shooting 2. Boy, they're going right at the bucket now.
Right at it. They're putting all the pressure on the referees. I mean, you've been calling close. You've been calling it close. So they are going to the basket and making them make a call.
Westlake at the line gets that one. 6 in the game for Westlake. Hits 2 free throws here in a row. Bo takes a seat on the bench with those 4 personal fouls. Second shot on the way, that doesn't go. Lead is 8 now, 62-54. Childs inside, scooped, whistle and a foul. Childs going to go to the line. Right now the referees are on top of everything that's happening inside.
Yeah, they have to. This is how they've established that the game will be called. And as coaches, as players, all you can do is adjust to how the game is being called. They're calling it tight, and so now they can't stop calling it tight at this point.
And that goes.
Jalen Childs is trying his best to spin, toss, and turn to try to get to the cup. If he's short pulled up his short jumper that he did earlier, he probably could get himself more buckets.
Childs had 15 in the first half, got 6 in the second. And there's a breakaway, the bucket by Hurley. 62-57, the lead is 5. Baker, Bo checked back into the game with those 4 fouls. That ball, Turner tipped it out of bounds. Mavs, they'll inbound.
Apollos are going to this 1-2-2 press.
Cohen, guarded by Jackson in the corner. Right down the middle, gives it off to Bo, who lays it in.
It's a nice little duel right there. Cohen reminds me of Goran Dragic, who are now with the Brooklyn Nets. He's all
Stolen
over the
away.
place.
Cohen dribbles behind his back, goes in, puts up a shot that doesn't go. Rebound underneath Desmond Baker with the bucket. 9-point lead for the Mavs, 66-57.
Braylon Bowe with the nice save behind the back.
Air ball from the side.
Oh, and you know he's going to hear that.
Right down the middle, cuts it back outside. Cohen. Haveman back to Cohen in the corner. Underneath, Bo stepped out of bounds on the dribble, Cohen did. 2:06 left to go in the game, 9-point lead for the Mavs.
The Mavs are going to do a little offensive-defense substitution here. They keep bringing in Daniel Porter and take out Braden Bowe on the defensive side with those 4 fouls.
There's Jackson, three-pointer in. They've been doing a good job of stopping him from shooting that, but he hit it. That's his second three-pointer of the night. 66-60, Mavs lead.
The coach said that he can shoot the basketball, and it doesn't take long to see that the coach is right. Although he has not had the volume of shots, you can see a shooter. It doesn't take long to see guys that can shoot the basketball, and that kid can shoot the rock.
66-60. Let's see. Here in the fourth quarter, the Mavs have outscored the Apollos 19-11.
They say slow and steady wins the race. Right now, the Mavs, they never panicked. They never got out of character. They just stayed with what it is that they do. They stayed true to their game plan, and now they have the lead. But we already know that the Apollos are not going anywhere.
18 in the game for Braden Bowe. 18 in the game for Desmond Baker. Cohen has 14 in the game.
A lot of big-time performances tonight. Again, this big game for the Sunset Apollos, a lot of seeding situations in play right here.
I mentioned Jalen Childs has 21, but only 6 here in the second half. Bowe dribbles, sends it back out on top. 1:42 left. Bowe with the dribble. Cool under pressure. Haveman dribbles behind his back. Starts down the lane, comes back out. Trying to run some time off the clock. Cohen. Westlake. 1:15. Westlake starts down the lane, dishes off, up and in. Baker. Desmond Baker, big second half. The lead is 8. Bowe with the steal. A minute to go in the game.
Braden Bowe handling that pressure, using the left hand, not missing a beat. You would think that he was left-handed the way he's handling that ball, keeping L.J. Dixon off of him.
Bowe at the line. The foul was on Jackson. Bowe hits the first. Braden Bowe, the freshman. Second shot on the way, cool under pressure. .20 in the game for Bowe. The lead is 10, 70 to 60, 50 seconds. Childs spin move, works inside, spins around, puts it in. 70 to 62. Out on top. Haveman down low to Porter, whistle and a foul. Foul is on K.N. Turner. And I think that is 5 on him. He'll take a seat at the end of the bench. Sam Dewey. Dewey checks in. 31 seconds, 70 to 62. Apollos have one timeout left.
K.N. Turner played hard. He was trying to protect the basket, picked up probably 3 or 4 of those fouls, just trying to protect the basket after the guards had letting their man penetrate to the basket.
Childs dishes off outside. Jackson for 3. Oh, in and out. That was a misdirected shot. Whistle and a foul. It's going to send Baker to the free throw line. 71-62, 9-point lead with 17 seconds to go.
And it's sort of fitting that Baker goes back to the free throw line one more time. We've seen him at this free throw line all day long. You know, there's been a lot of big performances tonight, but I tell you what, I think Desmond Baker has been the biggest performer on a night of big performances.
He's hit 9 free throws so far tonight, 9 of 10. Second shot on the way. The lead now is 10, 72-62. Second shot on the way, drops in.
And he's got a lot of rebounds, a lot of those things that don't always show up in the stat sheet. Those extra bonus plays right there. Desmond Baker, good game.
Bowe taking a seat on the bench and getting a big round of applause from the fans. Stolen, Baker steals it, dishes off to Cohen, underneath, up and in.
Senior.
Zach Brown with a bucket.
Zach Brown, the senior, came in, checked in, got him a bucket on senior night. That's what, in the crowd, look at the team right there. They're giving him a hug. They're all excited for him. He gets in the game and he gets a bucket.
A 13-point win for the Mavs. The final score 75-62. James, in that fourth quarter, the Mavs outscored the Apollos 28-13.
You know, we talked about individually, it's not always how many points you score when you score, but as a team as well. That fourth quarter is always a big quarter. The tie can turn either way, and they 28-13, they erased a 14-point lead and turned it into a 13-point victory on their behalf. And now the student section comes out and storms the court. They're trying to be respectful of the Apollos, but they're students and high school kids. You do what you do as high school kids.
All right, I'll give you the individual scoring in this game, and we'll start with the Sunset Apollos. Jalen Childs with 22 in the game, 15 in the first half. Will Holbrook with 3, all in the second half. Josh Jackson hit 2 3-point baskets for the game, 1 in the first, 1 in the second for 6. K.N. Turner, who fouled out, 9 points in the game, but only 2 in this second half. 12 in the game for Hayden Hurley. He had 8 in the first half. And 6 in the game for Connor Stone, a 3-point basket in each half. The scoring for the Mountainside Mavericks. Quinn Haveman had 9 in the game, all in the second half. 14 in the game for Dimitri Green. 22 in the game for Desmond Baker, including 14 in the second half and 9 from the line. Dylan Westlake, 6 in the game. 2 for Zach Brown, and 19 for Braden Bowe, including 10 in the second half. 22 for Baker, 19 for Bowe, 14 for Cohen. For the Apollos, it was 22 for Childs. Him and Baker were the leading scorers in the game, but he didn't get a whole lot of help like the Mavs got from their other players.
Jalen Childs, you know, he could be happy with the way he played. He scored 22 points, but he had 15 in the first half, and he did all that he could. But I think he ran out of steam, and like we talked about earlier, you know, you got to be able to channel that energy that he had. He played with so much emotion at the start of the game, and it helped. It helped him build up the lead to that 14-point lead, but it's got to be sustainable for a player of his caliber.
All right, here's the significance of this game. Mountainside will now be the number 3 seed in the Metro Conference. They get the last automatic berth into the tournament. Sunset, which was ranked number 29, has to hope that they didn't lose ground here and that they can still be one of those teams that gets in on one of the at-large berths. So a big win for the Mavericks, number 3 seed from the Metro. Got some people we want to thank tonight. Want to thank the athletic department here at Mountainside High School and athletic director Brian Sorensen, both head coaches. Mountainside coach Dustin Hewitt, Sunset coach David Saltz. Both of them talked to me on the phone before the game and gave me lots of information about the game, and we talked to both of them before we started tonight. Our crew tonight, our director Jim Thompson, on the camera, our producer Ryan Johnson, my broadcast partner James Broadous. And James, I'll give you a final word.
You know, we saw a very good basketball game. You know, we talked about the momentum in high school sports. That momentum was big on the Apollo side in the first half, and then it turned because of that steady, just consistent play by the Mavericks, and I would say even a lot of that hard work by Desmond Baker. And the Mavericks show that they can score in many different ways, and if they're already into the state playoffs, they're going to be a tough out.
Dimitri Cohen and Desmond Baker standing right in front of us getting their picture taken. Big smiles on their face.
As well it should be.
All right, I'm Dave Hall. I want to remind you, we are Oregon Sports Beat. Go to our website, OregonSportsBeat.com. We'll have our schedule up of upcoming events that we'll be doing, and you can follow us on that. Our final score from Mountainside High School in Metro 6A boys basketball action. It is Mountainside 75, Sunset 62. Good night, everybody.